Hi Pisces, welcome to your 2017 February reading. I didn't forget my Pisces out there. I'm a little bit late. Sorry about that. I was getting to Pisces. I happened to do you last this month. Okay, so here we go into your month. All right, so some of you carrying into the month of February, working a lot. You need to lay down a few burdens. You're working very hard. And you're doing it kind of all on yourself, okay? You're putting a lot of burden on yourself that's kind of unnecessary as you come into the month. So the advice on that is you would probably want to just slow down a little bit, delegate a little bit, really feel the energy of this month. It is a beautiful month. We do have a few eclipses, and so there's some powerful energy out there. There's some very powerful astrological things happening. Just go into, circumstances with taking a bit of a break, lay down some of the rods, and, truly take a rest, Pisces. For those of you who are working, very hard, or working two jobs, or working very hard within relationships, or structures, whether it be work, relationships, the advice there is the High Priest card with that underneath it is, it's messages, it's seeking, it's looking into what you can do to alleviate some of the stress and maybe some of the burden that you carry all the time. Some of it could be fear, some of it could be physical form, some of it could be inner. So, just look around yourself and see what is kind of burdening you and how you can move some energy to really take a bit of a break for yourself. The cards that are playing out for here and now, right, in the month, so the first couple weeks, some of you have a new beginning, a new job. You're in total control. You're loving the energy of this newfound prosperity that's coming into your existence. Look at the gorgeous Ace of Pentacles you received. I'm kind of shooting on a different angle. Sorry about that. You have the Chariot and you have the Queen of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So I feel for a lot of you, the here and now, you're starting something new. Something new is beginning. And it could be job, it could be relationships for some of you. But I'll get into relationship part in a few minutes, okay? It's to take control, to have success, to really integrate into this new found prosperity or beginning. And it's a beginning in something a lot of you have probably already have been doing, but it could be just the big change that has taken place, and you're meeting it really head on. And I just got the feeling of like this, this real good energy of balance with what it is, and you're loving it. There's intuition with it. There's new beginnings, there could be new and exciting people around, whatever the circumstance is that's playing out for you. So the Queen of Cups, she brings light, she brings love, she brings intuition, she brings nurturance. Okay, so, and some of you too, this might not be you. I would think it is. When I do general readings, you have to kind of bounce around and pull out all things that it could be. And some of you, it could have to do with a mother, a friend, an aunt, but anything that's around, I believe it's more of your feeling and what you're experiencing with the new love or the new career or the new job, okay? Because that's what's really, I'm just going to say how I really feel it to come out. So anyway, the Queen, she just brings intuition and light, right? You see her looking in the chalice, and there's moonlight above. So a lot's going on inner with you, Pisces, okay? Some of you could be contemplating and seeing this new opportunity come in, and you're kind of navigating and controlling and taking the lead of what intuitively is coming towards you, or what you're manifesting, what you're bringing to yourself. Your underlining energies are the Hanged Man and the Five of Cups in reverse. So I feel as though a lot of you from a past circumstance are coming out of a time of separation, a sorrow. You're coming into a time of really freeing and releasing and letting go after a stagnant energy. But I think some of you are afraid that energy is going to come back into play. Like this is going to happen to you again, or you're going to get sad again, or not feeling right, or separated, or torn apart from something. And again, that's a fear because the 5 is in reverse. Great place to have the 5 is in reverse because it shows you're coming out of that. So work with the energy of going forward. Move forward fearlessly with success in the action of the Chariot, okay? So that you don't feel stagnated growth. You don't feel like you're sacrificing for everybody else. Okay? It's the empowerment of you and what you're manifesting and bringing towards yourself, Pisces, that I really feel is going to bring you balance and flow for the month of February. All right? Now, for some of you, you could be contemplating, having a child. You could hear news about a birth or somebody having a baby around you. You have the Queen and King here. You have a Queen of Swords and a King of Cups. And this is, for some of you, not all of you, it could be a thought process. And, there could be birth of a baby, and it could be thinking about your new beginning and how in fertility you're contemplating this for some of you. And for others of you, you're receiving news and information about a birth or about a new emotional, something new beginning in your life that you're very happy about. Optimistic approach, lot of thought process. So it's something that's really making you very happy. And for those of you for love relationships, same thing applies, but in a different way. I feel like some of you who have gotten out of a relationship and you carry some of you've been healing, and maybe there was a separation or a breakup or a divorce. You're healing from the wounds and you're moving on into security in home life, happiness, living, who you're living with. You have new ideas and new desires coming in, and you have the Sun in reverse, which the Sun is always good for those of you who have come off of a hard time within a relationship. And there could be new beginnings for a lot of you as far as love and romance. Okay, in love. Now, for some of you, might not be for all of you, but I want to cover it either way, because the message that I'm really pulling out is, and what I'm feeling, what I'm pulling from these cards strongly is that some of you who have broken from someone in your past, or someone that you're longing for from someone from your past, that you're afraid you're going to be hurt again, that maybe you separated or lived apart or divorced, or, it can fall in any of those categories. It could just be someone that you were with for a period of time. The healing, the hurt, you still feel the sorrow and the anguish from it. But I feel like some of you are reinstituting an old flame. You're rejoining an old flame, but you don't want to go into it, right? Unless you're completely healed and moved forward to go into this love without the baggage of the heartbreak and the feeling, or is this going to happen to me again? Is it going to work, right? Trust your insight. Trust in the High Priest, okay? You have to trust in your own inner wisdom, in your own intuition, not what was, right? Yesterday was yesterday. Today's a new day. We take our past, we release and let go, guys, so that we can, if we want to, reinstitute a new way of being, a new way of peace, harmony, and happiness in a relationship with the sun shining on it. That can come in time, but it's contemplation of this for this month. And for others, Pisces also, this could be deciding in these cards, okay? Because you have the Four of Wands upright with the Ace of Swords, okay? So you are literally, some Pisces out there are going to be having new ideas, new inspirations, and new mental thought and clarity about moving, integrating two people into a happy environment. Okay, and some of you could be not having some issues with leaving where you are to move together, to live together, to it could even be going in business together. But I would just say it's new ideas and inspiration on how you're going to integrate this past love or new love that's coming to you, and how you're going to make that happen. Okay, this is going to be a main theme for most Pisceans in the month of February. And leave me comments. Chime in if you feel some resonation with it, because I'm really feeling for some of you, you're making a move here, and it could be within your fourth house of Cancer, which is your security, but yet you're leaving behind. You feel bad leaving where you're at, but you know there's new prosperity, new growth, new abundance, new opportunity, and new love. And sometimes when love comes into play, we change things around and we release and let go. Now, for some of you, you could be wanting to settle down, have children, and really set up house, okay? You could have some opposition from some people with that, or others with that, or your partner, okay? So go with the flow of energy and, talk it out, work it out. The ace is always kind of like that holy grail. It's open communication, and it's clarity with what you truly want and what you truly desire. So you have two aces, Pisces. You have the Ace of Pentacle and the Ace of Sword. So, there's new prosperity, new abundance coming your way, and there's new ideas and thought process that has to do with family and home life. So for those of you, and I'll go right back into it, especially with jobs, if you're working too much, settle down a little bit, take a break, enjoy the energy of the month, okay? Everything looks secure, it looks stable. If you feel an insecurity within finances, and you're coming out of a bad time, or you're working too much and you're not generating enough funds, or whatever that might be, slow down a little, reevaluate, and you'll see as you go, you'll get some insight and some more clarity to work with your finances and job. Okay, so that seems to be the main theme for you for this month. Now I did pull a few cards just for this. Let me use these for you. This is another deck, but I wanted a little clarity. So you guys, really, you're working very hard. There could be a love from far away that you truly desire to bring into your world, to bring into your fourth house of Cancer, to illuminate your love, your security in your life, in that sense of love and romance. So for some of you, it could be with someone that's far away. You're manifesting them kind of fast into your existence. Be honest, always open. You have the deception card here. So don't, use your good energy to not be, spying or looking into this other partner, or if there's anything around you that someone looking into you, there could be a little bit of that. So just be aware of it, right? And it's the allowance to make the changes, let the changes happen, to slow down, to work with the energies that flow, to allow. Maybe you're working too hard and too fast, and you need to allow some energy to really focus on one aspect of your life. What are you going to let for allowance be in what aspect, Pisces? Okay? Okay, so here's your angel message. This is your general guidance, your angel message. The angels are asking you to give and receive. So this is like the law of attraction. The entire universe operates in a cycle similar to your inhalation and exhalation. So that means breathe, guys. Take a minute and breathe. When you exhale or inhale, when you exhale, you give. When you inhale, you receive. You become of rhythm with the universe. For optimal health, energy, and replenishment, balance each inhalation in your life with an exhalation. So that's the card of giving, receiving. So the angels want you to really breathe, take your time, let some new insight in, maybe meditate, do some practices that soothe your soul. And it gives you new insight, clarity, and it just makes your energy in these cards really move. You received for the Oracle discernment.